She got that talk show fairy blaze, so scream it loud, let the whole realm know. It's Momma Coop and the Wizards Talk Show. Witches laugh, werewolves swoon, a centaur DJ drops a beat in tune. Ghosts confessing deep regrets, while Coop's like, honey, you ain't done yet. She sparkles, spice, and crystal wit, takes no nonsense, not one bit. From unicorn tea to elf cuisine, she's the baddest fairy you've ever seen. Yeah, it's Momma Coop and the Wizards Talk Show, where the goblins dance and the night moves slow. With glam, glam, boom, and a truth-telling wand, she's serving that magic way beyond. No script, no chill, just full-on glow. Let the firefly splash and the cauldron blow. You're not ready now, you know. It's Momma Coop and the Wizards Talk Show. Yeah. Clap once for the fairy queen, clap twice for the wildest scene. Spit that truth, stir that brew, Momma Coop's got eyes on you. It's Momma Coop and the Wizards Talk Show. No rules, no limits, just go, go, go. The crowd's enchanted, the beats are tight. She's running the realms every single night. With sass, with spark and fairy flow, this ain't your grandma's magic show. So scream it loud, make the broomsticks blow. Momma Coop and the Wizards Talk Show.
Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody tonight? How are you? How are you?
Hello, Momma Coop. How
Did
are
you see I screwed everything up? Did you see that?
No. Yeah,
I started the
actually,
song about halfway through. Oh my God. I screwed it all up. Oh well, oh well. I'm a blonde today. I'm a blonde. I'm a blonde. We
yeah,
have a
you
special
have to prove
guest. I
that.
think she dropped out on us. I don't know where she went. Ooh, hey, sweet fly. How are you? How are you?
Hey, Sweet Fly. Hey,
Hello,
Chat. Oh,
hello.
Yankee.
Yankee is in the house. We have Sweet Fly. We have Native. We have
Hey, Native.
Paul.
He missed me.
Native missed you?
Yeah, we had great talks.
Oh, our special guest is in the house. Susie, how are you this evening?
I'm really well. It's the 3 times a charm is a charm day for me. So thanks for the patience.
Oh, no. We were sitting there talking about our special guests. So welcome.
How do you like to be called? Susie, Suzanne,
Whatever comes out first,
Honey?
honestly.
Just not late
Yeah,
for
I
dinner.
don't. When I was younger, I didn't like the name Suzanne because it was popular, I guess, when I was born. We had 2 Suzannes, 1 Susan, a Susie, and a Sue, all in the same gosh darn classroom.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I just wasn't a fan.
Uh-huh.
But then, so I just got called whatever. But then when I got older,
okay.
I learned to like my name, my full name.
Suzanne.
Yeah. But anything is great.
Okay. I like Susie.
Yeah. Oh, that's really nice, actually. Thanks.
Yeah, Susie sounds nice.
Thanks, Chris.
But Susie is not always nice, but it
Well,
sounds nice.
sometimes it's the, what do they call that? The tough love. You know?
Yeah.
No one likes to have to be the giver of that.
Because
But
I like Barb because Barbara sounds like I'm getting my ass reamed by my grandma.
Oh,
Because when she came in and you knew you were in trouble, she used the whole name, Barbara Ann. Oh shit!
Ah,
Chris, did your parents do that? Did they ever, like, if they were frustrated with you, call you out by your full name?
my name is Chris, so it was Chris.
No, but like a
Chris.
middle name, like your for.
No, no, for personal reasons they knew they did never used it,
Oh, okay, okay.
never. But I did change my last name because my father was in France. He did old metals, so he was deconstructing an old metal bridge, and he was not there when I was born. So they gave me the last name of my mother, and my mother's last name was Panis. And if you change a letter, it's penis. And I got called in school by bullies always penis. It's the same word as
Peen?
what a man has
A peen?
downstairs. Yeah,
A,
yeah, that's basically a
a
rooster.
peen?
Yeah. So they called me that always, but I was somebody that fought back.
Like my
So
rooster, a
I
cock.
broke. Yeah, yeah. That's the Belgian name for that is penis.
Penis.
Sorry if I offend some Dutch speaking people in here. It was not intended. It's for medical purposes only, I explain. No, but they kept calling me, and my father was back in Belgium. And then after 3 years, he went
Right.
he waited 3 years, and then he went to the municipality to sign the papers, and I got his official name, Heroes.
Heroes.
Why he got Heroes?
That's
Yes,
good.
Heroes.
Because you're a hero.
Yeah, but it got me in trouble very soon. The first time I started my Facebook page, and I was good in some gaming, and I told somebody, I won always, and he put in a complaint that I was an alt
Oh,
account.
wow.
So they closed my account, and I had to prove with 3 official papers, and one being my passport. So I sent in my driver license, my passport, and a card from medical insurance that had my name on it. And they opened it up back again, so I was good.
Holy shit.
But I think Heroes is not a real name in Facebook terms. So
Oh, wow. That sucks.
yeah. But that's enough about me. We have Susie here. Ask her some
So, Susie, what is
live.
your favorite pastime? Like, and what do you like to do when you're not on Facebook, Discord, or YouTube?
Well, I'm an avid reader. I
Okay.
absolutely love to read. Like I like John Grisham. Oh, I just had it like Law and Crime. I
That's
like
mine. I
fact,
love that.
fact and fiction.
I like Anne Rule.
Yeah, I have read some of hers. James Patterson is another one I like. There's another guy, his first name's Michael, but I can't think of it. But yeah, so what I'll do is I'll go to, sometimes I'm gifted books and
Same.
paperbacks, and then I read them. Then I take them down to the Goodwill
Mm-hmm.
and I turn them in, and then I go to the Goodwill's books, and for like 25 cents or 50 cents, and you know those paperbacks are like $10, $13
Right.
for like 50 cents, then I'll pick up someone else's paperback, and I just, keep recycling them through there.
Right.
I don't need to keep them. Once I've read it, I've read it.
That's right.
So, but
Yeah.
I enjoy that. I enjoy learning to cook different things. And I enjoy the ocean so
That's my
much.
thing is the ocean.
Yeah. 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 And children. I'm a pretty happy person, actually. I just don't like shitty people,
Me neither. Drama can
That's
stay
pretty
with the
much it.
llamas.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yep.
I was never much a great reader. When I was younger, I think I read one book called Birdie.
Did you say birdie?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Birdie. From the one that thinks he's a
Uh-huh.
bird in Yeah, that one I saw the movie, and on vacation I read the book. And then years before I read, the first thing I started to do was books that were recorded, read by a voice. And then while I was painting, I was listening to the books,
Right, Paul?
basically. And now I read novels about what I paint. There are more than hundreds and hundreds of novels of
Oh,
it.
cool.
And it's, yeah. And indeed, I exchange them or I give them away after I'm done with it. And but the ones that are read by, it's the one that Graham McNeil. His voice is, the English voice, not the one with accents. So not the one from, sorry if I Scotland of with an accent. Those I don't like, but his voice, he makes it very old English and dark, and that I love.
Yeah.
And that got me back into reading,
Oh,
basically.
that's cool. That is
Hey,
cool.
Yankee, I have my sister is the one who got me started on those books. And because I really wanted to read, but at the place we were, I don't even remember where, I didn't have anything that I would have chosen to read. So she gave me one of her books. And then I just became very, very addicted to it. But I even read as a young girl, I would actually ask for books for my birthday. But the one book from childhood that has always stuck with me, and I know I told Georgie this, is where the red fern grows.
Yes, exactly.
And
Yeah,
that book, I did reread that book. And then when the movie came out, I want to say the original one in the 70s. I didn't see it right then, but I saw it later. It was almost exactly like how I imagined it in my mind when I was reading the book. Whoever wrote that book, and I'm sorry I don't know, was really good at writing, so someone's imagination could you could envision it so easily. And that's
You're
what I like about a writer.
exactly. Exactly. See, that's the reason I like true crime is because it's just I don't know. They put it all right there like you're right there with them.
Have you,
yeah.
Chris or Mama, have you read any of John Grisham's books?
I have.
Oh
I
my gosh.
No, me not.
Okay, so Chris, let
No.
me ask you this. Have you watched the movie called The Firm? Or
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
that's John Grisham. And I
Ah,
will tell you what, that movie followed that book almost word for word. I was really impressed because many times, I'm sure it's really hard to take a book and make a screenplay out of it,
oh
but
yeah.
that one
yeah,
and the Pelican Brief, A Time to Kill, uh, oh, I think The Chamber. There was a few more, but the Firm, yeah, that was like word for word. The Pelican Brief, they changed that story a little bit because that one had Denzel Washington and Julia
yeah. I
Roberts.
saw that one
Julia
too.
Yeah,
Roberts
and
my
Yeah.
favorite.
yeah, and in the book, she developed a romantic relationship with the character of Denzel Washington, but they didn't do that in the movie. But other than that, I swear to gosh, those movies were almost word for word what came out of the book. That's impressive to me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
See,
And
that's
I
the
know they're not true. I mean, I realize that. They're stories, but still really good ones.
that's the thing, Yankee, is I don't keep my books. I send them off. There's a book club that I'm in and I trade my books and I'll send in books for them to send me back books to where I can read and we do like a swap thing and so that way I can keep swapping books. So it's I'll read and then I'll swap books back and forth. So then that way it's just like book credits.
Ah, yeah. No, we have at the school. It's like a birdhouse, but a bigger one with glass
Yeah,
doors.
they have that
And
here
you come at
too.
the
It's great.
yeah, at the school gate. You open it. You look what books are in it. If something is interesting, you take one out, and you put something in. Sometimes I just put something in and take nothing out. I once, for a joke, put in 50 Shades of
Oh, I
Grey.
love 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, but it's Catholic school, huh? But just on the outside. It was not in the school. Huh? I was in the parent committee, and we decided to pay for so parents get closer to each other, talk to each other, and yeah, but that was my idea. The book was not in there for long,
Oh, I bet not.
and so.
Hi,
But I
Menace.
think Susie, if she should read a book and record it, I would listen to it because she has a soft
Right,
voice.
right.
No, Susie?
Well, I don't I don't know. You don't know what your voice
Hi,
really
Redneck.
sounds like until like you put your hands behind your ears and talk. I mean, I don't know. I don't hear myself the same way I guess other people hear me.
Well, you have a nice soothing voice. Not a Susie
Yeah,
voice,
my
huh?
husband says you have
Soothing.
you have a
M-
yes.
Mesmerizing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I wanted to ask you guys something. So I told Mama or somebody
You told me.
that, thank you, that I wanted to make just some ideas of things to possibly talk about.
Yeah.
But I always think it's fun when the chat brings something up as well. That's always really great. But one thing I did want to ask was for both of you and the folks in the chat, think of something that you've taught yourself or that you've been able to fix or make. Doesn't have to be something like complicated, like,
Think
hey,
of something what?
that you have taught yourself how to fix or how to make, like make whole out of scraps or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know what you're getting
yeah.
to.
Like,
Yeah, I did that. I wanted something next to my swimming pool to hang up the towels and the bathrobes and everything like that. And the kids have a lot of, of those floating sausages for in the
Fun
pool.
noodles.
And I was always thinking, how can I fix it? And I thought I was not so a builder. If I buy something, it's from out of the store. You put it together and it's there. And now I wanted to make it myself, like you say, Susie, out of scrap. So I got myself a wood pallet, two poles to put in the garden. I made a stand out of it. And then as hooks, I used the bicycle brakes, the handles.
oh,
Oh,
that's really
nice.
I put
clever.
those, I put those straight up. So they're hooks where you can pull up your towels. And because the pallet is double, you can put your sausages and your toys behind. Yeah, floating sausages. You know what I mean?
Fun noodles.
I don't know how you call it
Fun
there.
noodles.
We call it worsten. If I tell my son, because he leaves them in the pool when he leaves, and then I'm not the one going in to remove them. Hè. So dan is het, Neo, haal die worsten uit het zwembad alstublieft. I'm short then it's Neo. Then it's not, hey, zonneke. Or,
Huh.
So what about
but
you, Mama
that is,
Coop?
I'm trying to think of something. I don't
Okay,
know.
I'll tell you a little.
I taught
No, go
myself to
ahead.
do a bunch of stuff. I don't know.
Like I said, it could just be something that you happened on, but then you're like, oh dang, I just fixed that. You're like, oh cool, or that works better now. Why didn't I think of that sooner?
Yeah,
I
there's so
think
many
those kinds
things,
of
and it's
things
like
are
you get
great.
them blonde moments, and you can't think of it
Aw,
at the moment.
well,
and
I
you,
spent,
Susie?
let's see, I was moved around a lot.
Uh-huh.
I was born up in Northern California, in a town called Vallejo.
Uh-huh.
I lived in Napa till I was, wait, how old was I? I was 9, going on 9. And then the people that were supposed to be my parents, we're just going to call them that, those people moved my brother and my sister and I to Oregon.
Ooh,
Now, this wasn't my real father, okay? They just literally up and sold this property in Napa, which who knows how much that would be worth now. But they up and sold
Yeah.
it. They moved to a town called Astoria, Oregon.
ooh,
They didn't know anybody there. The town is 60% retired when we moved there. They had no jobs. And
brilliant.
yeah, so it was a really weird thing for us and all of my family, talking about my mom and my real father, were there in Vallejo and Napa. So we had nobody as children. That was it. We just had each other. So we learned to be very resilient, and they ended up renting a house in town, and then they ended up buying a farm. They didn't know shit about farming. I think, yeah, not a lick. Neither one of them ever lived on a farm. So my brother and I learned how to build fences, how to use post hole diggers, how to build barbed wire fences. I started driving a tractor when I was 10.
Woo,
And then I started driving, of course, it was a manual truck to pick up hay bales.
that's
I think it
me.
was the following summer when I was 11, because I wasn't big enough to buck the bales up into the truck. So those people are the drivers. And when I think about it now, would I have allowed my son at 11 years old to get into this international 6-pack truck? No way. And drive it around? No, 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 no. So yeah, I've been through watching the slaughtering of animals, the birthing of animals.
That
Um,
that was
Oh
a
yeah.
learning curve for me. That
yeah,
right there.
that was horrific. Yeah, that was really bad.
Oh no.
But you learn to be, some children can learn to be really resourceful when they're in situations like that.
Hey,
And so,
Georgie.
in some ways, it was really good. Some ways, it was a very positive experience.
But now you think about it. But now, if you had to live off grid and you had to sustain yourself, you could do it.
I do feel I would be not
If
noteworthy, but I could do it.
you could do
Yeah,
it if you had to. You could go out and you
Yeah.
could kill a deer.
yeah,
You could go do it. You might have to struggle to do it because you've
yeah,
been living the normal life, but you could do it if you had to. Because that's like with us, we've had to kill deer to survive. We've had to um, do all that. Back home, we had to kill deer to uh, sustain our, you know, winters. That was the only way we could um, feed our family during the winters was to kill the, kill the deers and kill the squirrels and the rabbits and do all that. That's how we fed our families. And so we know, and birthing the
oh yeah,
cows and the horses and doing the goats and donkeys and all that was life. So
Yeah.
I know what you're going through. So if you had to, let's just say we have a national disaster right now, to just say, oh, we've got to pack up and just head for the woods. I mean, not most of society's not going to be able to do it. They're just going to be like, we got to do what?
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree
That's
with
true.
what Yankee said too. There would be a lot of relearning, but I think, yeah, I definitely agree with that. I most likely wouldn't bring everything I needed because I'm a
Oh
boomer and I
no.
forget. But one of the, it's kind of funny. I actually said something to my husband. I said, they think I sound nice when I talk. And he kind of tilted his head and he's like, well, you don't? And I said, well, sometimes in my heart, I don't feel like that. Um, and that's because, like so many people, I'll give you my last example of my farm life. I had a do you guys know what a bummer is? Like a bummer lamb or a bummer calf?
Uh-uh.
That's they
No.
call that when the mother has died. Like
Oh,
yeah, they'll
Yeah.
call it a bummer lamb or a bummer calf or
where
a
you
bummer
gotta take care
foal.
of it.
Yeah. So there was this farmer that raised sheep. His name was Mr. Rip Christensen. I'll never forget him. And I had bought lambs off him to sell, but they were always sold as pets at 4-H. I
Mhm.
wouldn't sell it to anyone that wanted to eat it.
Mhm.
So, anyways, I decided I wasn't going to show one year, and he called the house and said, "Hey, he had a ewe, the female sheep that died, and he had a little boy. So he wanted to know if I wanted it." And of
Oh.
course, I begged to have it and said yes. And they knew I could take care of him because I'd taken care of others. So here comes George. He didn't dock his tail. I said, please don't dock his tail because they
Right.
have cute little long tails. He was my pet because I wasn't allowed to have a dog. Whatever,
Right.
that's fine. Not every kid gets one. We go to my brother, my sister, and I get to fly to California to see my dad. And we're so excited. 2 weeks at a cabin on a lake. I mean, life is so good. I come back, my lamb is in the freezer.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh no.
So now you know why I don't call him the P word. I don't call him anything, the M, the F, the nothing.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So have I ever eaten lamb? No. Does the smell kind of upset me sometimes? Yes. But if I'm at a restaurant that's serving it, I don't like say anything or make faces. I'm just like, oh God, you
Hi,
know?
Tim.
Yeah. So that's where I say there's a part of my heart that's really not
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
It's kind of hard.
Well, that's
Yeah.
like
So,
at work, they'll be like, "You sound like if you're like a different person." Well, face to face, but on the phone, you sound. And I'm like, I sound normal. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Hey Tim. Hey Georgie.
oh, the kids. Yeah. So, and believe me, I'm not here to like raise my raise
Yeah.
my flag because
I
I
don't.
know a lot of us
I,
have had unfortunate, but I guess on the flip side of that is that was probably the shittiest thing that's ever happened to me. And
Mm,
I got through it. I'm fine and I can still talk about it.
that's right.
So I feel lucky. I do. I feel very
yeah.
lucky. And
But
For me, that was
yeah,
normal.
please don't tell me if you eat lamb. I still want to absolutely adore you all.
I I hate eating sheep and lamb. I don't. No, I don't like it.
It would be
The
okay if
meat.
you did. I'd still want to
No,
visit with you.
no. If I take a kebab, what they say here, it's a Turkish restaurant. Then you have the choice: the sheep kebab,
Tim.
what is normal, the lamb and the sheep, or the beef, or chicken, and I will take chicken or beef always. But no, I don't like the taste. You have to taste it. No, but I grew up I live in Belgium, but where I lived was also a little. Now it's incorporated with other villages, but at the time we lived there, it was a village, a farmer's village. So I had to kill pigeons, chickens. I never hunt. We had no deer, but I killed a pig, no problem. And at a young age, my father learned us just that's normal. Here, without a knife, you take a pigeon because it lost. Up, it went into in the soup, or we ate it. You don't think about it. It's food. And now I only do it if like a bird is going to die. I had one a time ago. It flew right into my window. I hear the bang. It was laying there. I've tried to put it in a box and feed it and drink it, but it has so many things broken in it.
Mm.
Yeah, then
Oh, here,
then you have to help it another way.
I'm sorry, Chris. I just wanted to say because I'm using my phone, I'm not able to chat back to you guys, but I will point my finger and laugh silently as I read all the chat. I'm totally kidding.
No
I'm
problem.
totally kidding.
Chris,
But
you have a
yeah,
message
I'll,
up on the chat there, on the screen
where is it?
under you.
Under me. Oh yeah, now I see. Mama, it's time to retrieve the human GPS. And no. I stay. Mama was. I saw the dress she was wearing while she was trucking, and she even showed me what Georgie was wearing. So watch out, huh? And you can see it too if you look close enough. You have to look for it, but it's out there. Mama showed it to me, so it's out there. I know when she sat on my head and moved over the truck, what happened, what I saw. It's burnt into my memory of a wizard forever. And it's not my fault. It's the one next to me laughing now. Huh? To be clear of that, huh?
I was just gonna say, Mama, you got some splaining to do if Chris is seeing your clothes.
Yeah. If you're a good digger or a good mole, you will find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Georgie goes looking, she'll find it.
Yeah. I'm not out of space. I'm sometimes sitting on the roof and sometimes sitting in the or laying in the cabin.
She'll find the new picture if she goes looking.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hello, dude.
Mom, I have a question for you. And you too, Chris, but I want to hear Mama's first, please. So, no, it's a fun one, I think. If you could travel anywhere, like around the planet, as Jeremy says, I adore him. Do you have a place you've ever thought of? Like, for me, I've seen those beautiful pictures of Greece, but of course, those are the ones they want me to see because they want me to
Yeah.
go. But I mean, they actually exist. But my mom's side of the family is from Palermo, Sicily. So I really want to go there. And I haven't yet. I haven't yet. What about you?
I want to take Coop and I to Alaska.
Oh, nice.
That's
My
nice.
son did that with his wife's family. And they did a whole bobsled ride and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the photographs look so much fun.
Yeah, I want Coop and I to move to Alaska and live there the rest of our life.
That's nice.
Okay, well, wait a minute. I thought we were just
gonna
going
be
for a
cold.
visit.
No, actually, that's
It's
where I
gonna be
want us to
cold, huh?
live.
Oh, to live.
In the winter.
Okay.
I want us to sustain the rest of our life in Alaska.
Oh, yeah. For me, it would be Thailand. You know where? I don't know if it's just Thailand. In the James Bond movie, the man with they go around the islands in the clear water, but they're
Was that
big
with
rocks. The big rocks. That's a view I once want to see for real.
wow.
You know what I
Was
mean?
that with Roger Moore?
Yeah,
That one? Okay, okay. I was just
and
trying to
Christopher
remember.
Lee with the third nipple.
Oh my. Okay.
In the movie, he had the third nipple.
Oh,
That's how
well,
you recognize the bad guy. And he had a golden gun.
okay. I was all about the golden
Georgie
gun, but
Discord.
I missed out on the rest of it.
I watched the movie closer. No, but I mean, apparently in the movie, he lives there. He has a villa built into the rocks. But the
Oh,
site I saw was magnificent because I've seen like the pyramids, what's next to it. I've seen, like you say, some places in Greece are like in the pictures. I have somebody that's an archaeologist that's been there, and he shows a nice place, and he turns around and he take a picture, and there is a whole complete modern village next to it with apartments and everything. Then you go, what? It's not always like in
yeah.
the pictures. But put
Hey,
me,
redneck.
on
Sorry,
a
I just wanted to
Hawaiian
say hi.
or Thailandish island. Give me a building on it, and I will. Yeah, yeah.
So did I
So, Mama,
derail you?
do you have a place in Alaska already that you've thought of?
No, we want to live off land.
Yeah.
We've been watching it, and then we've thought about it for years and years and years. So
Oh, wow.
eventually that's what we want to do with ourselves.
But I see Mr. Coop doing. I know what he can do, and he's very good at different things.
He's very good with his hands,
yeah,
and
building stuff and
so
making stuff.
with
I
the
think
two
he
of
would.
us,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And a big gun for the grizzlies.
So we're both very good with our hands. So that's one thing
Wow.
we're very good together. We get in and do everything together. So
I do enjoy watching documentaries where folks live in like completely frozen lives.
Yeah.
You know, it's snow 24, you know, it's just, it never melts.
now
And they live that way. And I'm like, that's amazing. I mean, that's
Right.
a hard life.
Hi, Greg. I want to go to Hawaii because he's never been to Hawaii, and that's where he want. Now this is sad, but when he dies, he wants his ashes spread all over Hawaii. But I want to take him to Hawaii before he dies. But I do want to go to Hawaii. But at the end result, I want to put him in Alaska because that's where he wants to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Greg. Yeah, no,
I've
I
only been
understand that.
to. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
No, I understand what First, I wanted my ashes to be thrown out the cliffs in the cliffs of the shores of Scotland.
Scotland?
Yeah, because I saw the scenery from the movie from Mel Gibson, Braveheart. I saw other movies, but I've seen those. I've seen the White Cliffs of Dover in real. I have been to England several times by boat, by train, by
Slugs in
airplane.
here? I didn't see slug.
And after that, it was no, I want to be thrown out on a tropical beach. Because I want in my life, before I die, I want once in my life to sit on a tropical beach between palm trees, having a drink, having a swim. No swim shorts on, just skinny dipping, and then it can end. That's my, yeah.
Well, I'm going to be cremated and throw off a Navy ship. So I've got that already arranged.
So if the
Easy
Navy
cheesy.
if the Navy ship drives next to the shores of Hawaii, we're gonna get mixed, and then with the currents we go up to Alaska, and we find Mr. Coop and everybody else. Yeah, it will. I think it's a mixed match because there is already so many bodies and ashes in the sea. It will be good
Yeah.
compost for the corals and the fishes.
Yeah.
We all go back to the earth, where yeah, in one
Hey,
way or another.
has either one of you or anyone in chat done the 23andMe and been surprised with what you found?
What's that?
Or the DNA profile?
No, I
No.
have not done that.
I did it because I was just very curious. You know, you get all these family stories handed down.
Yeah.
And then being moved away at such a young age, like we weren't even taken back to visit grandparents.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, no. So we got to see our dad sometimes twice a year, but usually just the one time.
Ooh,
But so I had a lot of,
unanswered questions.
yeah. So I thought, you know, and both my parents are gone. My sister passed, just me and my brother. And as far as from that family. Obviously, I have a son and beautiful grandchildren and beautiful daughter-in-law, but nevertheless, I was curious, and so I did it, and it was actually pretty accurate to what I had been told. So that was kind of cool. I
That
like
would
that.
be
It
cool.
was
And
it
what's it
was
called?
well, they have different ones. There was 23andMe, there's ancestry.com or some there's I don't know how many there are, but there are several. And I
Oh
guess
wow.
rumors were 23andMe is going bankrupt or they went bankrupt. I don't know. Don't care. But I did find it very fascinating to see. And yeah, but I mean, and honestly, before I did it, there were years where I said, I don't know if I want to be spitting my DNA and sharing it. And then I
Right.
thought, really, really, what are they going to do with it? What are
Right.
they going to really do with it? If
Right.
they make another me, poor world, I'm coming back for you. I don't, yeah. If they try to use my DNA at a crime scene, okay, well, whatever. So I just did it because I was just that curious.
And did you
And
do one or several
Georgie, check
different?
Discord.
no, I just did it the one time.
Because it would be nice to see if you do different ones, if the result is different or not. You know what
Well,
I mean?
yeah, that's true. If it wasn't as expensive, it was over $100 to do
Yeah,
it.
that is what
So
the border for me, the expense.
yeah, but it was something I thought about for a long time, and I did. And I've had people can message you on that platform and say, "Hey, I think we're related,"
Yeah.
because they'll show up at a certain percentage. And I had a cousin twice removed that I've never met, and they live in Palermo, Italy.
Ah, yeah.
So yeah, so that was kind of cool. So we do talk off and on, but yeah, I just thought that it was kind of interesting to me. Predominantly, I'm Northern European,
Yeah, I knew
um,
that.
like
I
30, no, 40 something percent Italian. So that was
yeah.
interesting. But basically, I'm a mutt, like the rest of it. We're all mutts. I like
Yeah.
mutts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the way
mutts.
God created us.
Exactly.
If I hear the histories my side, then it goes first through from Belgium back to France to Sicily, and you could see the Sicilian in one of my father's brothers. If you saw him, you were not thinking you were talking to a Belgian person, a white person, and the Sicilians have, yeah, I've been there a few times, and then it goes back through France, Germany, up to Norway, and the last thing I knew was somewhere, yeah, Scandinavian, something like that, and then history got lost. Yeah, they don't keep records or stories that far back. Yeah.
My friends used to joke about me that they could turn on a lamp next to a table and my skin would get darker
Really?
because it's just like, yeah. And that's obviously that's like a pretend thing. But
Right.
yeah, even when I wear sunscreen, and I do, it'll still cut, my skin will still get tan.
Yeah.
That
So I don't
that
get sunburn. As a child, I did, but I don't anymore.
that's
Me,
me.
what?
Oof.
Yeah. The summer starts, I burn one time, and I don't have to put, yeah, I put sunscreen on, but I don't get burnt any further and brown. Yeah.
I don't like wearing sunscreen.
It's
When I was a
gross.
when I was a
It's
kid, I
gross.
was allergic to every sunscreen out there, and I'm so terrified of it because I had a really bad allergic reaction, and I
Oh,
don't want to go through that again. It was so bad. I just don't want to go through it.
yeah.
So I just don't put it on. And Coop's like, put this on. No, no. The last time we went to the beach, I did put some on. I didn't have a problem, but no, no. No.
I'll get burnt and a little bit browner.
I just go back in the water. I just go back in the water. I
But
just
that
don't
you
want
have,
any problems because the last allergic reaction I had, my legs like doubled in size,
Oh
and
my God.
and I got big old hives on me. And when they popped, it was like it was torture. It was it hurt
Oh,
so bad. It was bad.
oh, dang. Yeah, no, I would never wear it after that. Absolutely not. No
here I had
way.
a problem with the swimming pool. My boy invited a lot of friends from school, and they all had their own tanning screen with them. But there was not. What I put on is safe in the water, so it doesn't get greasy and floats on
Right.
top of. Yeah, those kids, no, they have anything on them. So after they came by my pool, there was a film on it. I had to
Ooh.
skiff it off, filter it again, skiff it again. Otherwise, if you go in the water and you come out, yeah, all those products are on you.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
So
No.
Yeah.
that was a no-no in my swimming pool after that. You
Yeah.
can
We
put
lived.
it on when you come out of the water. Put it on there, and I have when it's summer, I have tents, sails between the trees to make shadow. Go sit under the shadow and do your thing.
Hi,
Leave me
Dragon
alone.
Girl. How are you tonight? When we lived back home in Iowa, where my grandma's house was, we were a block and a half from the public pool. So I would walk down to the pool. Grandma would be like, "Did you don't take your sunscreen down there?" Because there was always a pavilion. And she knew I was allergic to the sunscreen. And my mom, she would be like, "Take your sunscreen." Well, grandma, she knew. So I would go on down to the pool, and I'd stay down there all day. You'd pay $1 to
Yeah,
swim all day, or you'd pay a quarter to spend to swim for 4 hours. I'd pay $1 and go down, and you get there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they close the pool down at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's a no brainer. Pay $1 and you stay all day. You
and
need, yeah, you can get a hot dog for $1.
yeah.
It's a no brainer.
So Susie, you're gonna get dropped off the boat sometime. What else do we need to know about you? The wizard wants to know. Is Susie still here?
I'm doing good, Dragon Girl.
Yeah,
Oh, she was
I'm
drinking
here.
one of the potions. Watch out, people.
No, I was making another cup of coffee, so it's
You see,
loud.
the potion is there. It's called
Those
coffee.
coffee
Coffee.
machines.
Coffee. Yeah.
She
Yeah,
probably has a Keurig.
I do. Yeah, I do enjoy it. I
I do
do
love the
enjoy it.
Keurigs.
Yeah.
What's a
My
Keurig?
husband's actually more of a tea drinker. He'll go back and forth, but he's predominantly enjoys drinking tea. So,
Do you know that's you know they make sweet tea with the Keurig?
oh my gosh, really? I should get that for him. He would like that.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
sweet tea. It's the Lipton, but it's a sweet tea in the Lipton. It's awesome.
I'll get that for him. I'm sure it's on Amazon, right? I would assume.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, so cool. Thanks.
Lipton, I know.
I get it.
But
I
we
get
have
it too.
also here Lipton tea. It's a brand that is worldwide, apparently.
You put ice in your cup and you do the Keurig stuff. Just follow the directions.
I do that with everything. Just follow the directions. They will tell you or show you, especially if it's a woman.
Well,
When
Chris, I was gonna say that as far as like being dumped dumped off the ship,
Yeah,
it's I am a veteran. I didn't serve a long time,
I
but from having like so many other people have had people pass on,
yeah,
the last thing I would want to do is have people spend money on me because I'm gone. Like, dude, I'm gone.
yeah.
Have a party. So for me, for my life, I've unfortunately been to a lot of memorials, too many. But the ones I really enjoyed were the most non-funeral type events, and people mingled. There was me. I actually have a freaking playlist, and anyone can add to it. I put money in an account for it just so it's a gathering and people
That's
can
what
talk
Coop
about
wants.
me. Yeah, and then the rest of it, the ashes and stuff, let them, military said it's free. I'm like, sign me up.
Yeah,
So it's free. I just have to, or my husband or whoever, I have money to pay for the cremation. Who knows how
yeah.
much it'll cost whenever that happens. But yeah, so for me, that's why I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. And I want my family and friends to just share some stories about me. Go ahead, tell the lies. I'll just come haunt you later. And yeah, yeah. So,
No, I
but
have to
okay,
put up
so I
a
am
clear
gonna
picture.
ask to change the subject
Yeah, do.
just because sometimes it's goofy. Okay, what is a toy that you always wanted as a child but didn't get, and would you get it now? Like for me, I'll just start with me. For me, it was a unicycle. I wanted a unicycle so bad, but I didn't live in a world where there would be money for that.
Yeah.
Um, and I did earn my own money when I was young, helping farmers, but still, that was way out of my budget. But did I ever get one? No. But I remember that being the one toy I thought I wanted really bad. What about you, Chris?
For me, it's Goldorak. Do you know what I mean with that? A
No, what
manga
is that?
robot. It was in that time it was on TV, and I knew they brought it out as a toy. And it was one of those moments my mother left my father again. We were going to my aunt, and it was Sinterklaas. So they went to a toy store, and I looked for it, another toy store because they want, and we didn't find it. And I was so I cried for it. I got something else that I don't, but the robot kept. And years after that, if I could get it now, I have it. I got it just because I couldn't get it in that time. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Mama? It doesn't have to even be a toy. It could be something else you wanted when you were younger.
I I lived off my grandpa's pension, so I never. I guess you'd want to say we didn't until I moved in with my folks. I guess you'd say I didn't want for anything. And then when I moved in with my parents, it was just a car. And then I had to save up for my own money. And then I had to get my own car. So I always just
Okay.
wanted a car, and that was a Chevelle. I've
Oh,
always wanted
wow.
a Chevelle.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, an SS?
yes.
Ooh, super sport. Yes, please.
And then um, that was it.
Oh, that's great, though. That's awesome. I my first car, okay, I don't know if anybody knows that. I'm sure you do. It was an Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. I called it Businessman Brown because it was just that brown color. It had a bench seat in the front, a bench seat in the back,
Uh
and it
huh.
had an 8 AM radio and the 440 air conditioner where all
Oh.
four windows are down and you're driving 40 at least.
Yeah.
And yeah, I saved up and was able to buy that car, and that was that feeling you get when you get your first car
Oh,
is
nice.
so awesome. So
She wanted a
awesome.
strawberry shortcake doll for her birthday.
Oh, Mom, what are you doing there? Not giving Yankee that. Oh, that's crummy.
Yeah.
Shame on your mom, Yankee. You can tell her I said so.
And El Camino was another one I really wanted.
No.
So that way I had a truck and a car all at the same time.
Mama, I bought a 64 Ranchero. I don't have it anymore as an adult. I bought it, I think it was 10 years ago,
Uh huh.
but I freaking loved that car. And then I just got to the point where I wasn't driving it enough and it was ridiculous to keep it. So I ended up selling it. But did you, who was it? Was it Georgie that said they're coming out with the new El Camino?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Coop.
Yeah. Or okay.
Yeah, you know
Coop.
how back in the day where they used to take where they lifted the ass end of the vehicles up and the nose was down?
Yeah.
That's how
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted that style for my El Camino. The ass end up and the face down. I wanted that so bad.
Oh, wait. Georgie wants a Furby. Oh, Georgie. With wheels?
Yeah,
I
A
still
Furby
have.
with wheels?
I
I
have
had
still.
my Furby.
I
That
still have
thing,
it.
my Furby was my friend. His name was
Yeah.
Kirby.
No, I have my daughter's one. My daughter wanted one, and it still stands here.
She was pink with purple ears.
I've
Did
never
you ever
had one
check
of those.
Discord?
You're talking to Georgie, right?
Yes.
Ooh, a Chevelle.
For me, the first time my father went to look for a car for me, and he told me, "I found something very special. You're gonna like it. It's custom made, and it was a Mini Cooper."
I can't wait.
And
I
they pulled out all the leather, everything, and replaced it with like carpet, long-haired carpet, all pink and purples inside, and the steering wheel was in
Oh
pink,
my
fluffy.
God.
And I was sitting there, yeah, try it. And I was sitting there
It's
thinking,
like a
oh,
clown car.
yeah,
That's
on the
insane.
it was how to say it. If I would dress up a French cancan girl, you know, from Paris, the French cancan, the dancers with the legs up like that. Put one in those cars, and you would be okay.
Hi,
But
Delane.
I didn't get it eventually. I didn't want it. My father was, why don't you want it? Well, it's all purple in the inside and it's all fluffy. And everything was fluffy, yeah? The doors, the only thing you saw when you sat in it was one big purple and a pink ceiling in fluffy. And there were hanging, you know, those big fluffy dice, two dice on a. That was hanging on a mirror. I had something like,
Purple haze.
yeah, no, that was not for me. And then he bought me a very old Citroen, and it was one where the suspension you could move it up, move it down, and it
Oh,
was
air
broken.
suspension.
Yeah, yeah, but Citroen is something special. It was an oil, so you could from the inside click it, and the suspension went higher. You were not so close to the ground, so that you could move the whole car. But that was broken, and yeah, you go to school for being a mechanic, repair it, and it's your car. It was so rusted and so damaged. I did nothing to it.
It's raining.
We have a lot of really cool lowrider clubs out here. And
Yeah.
I feel lucky to be able to see them because sometimes they'll do a show down here. The street that's parallel to the ocean is called Seacoast. It used to be called First Street. But anyway, it's used a lot for different car shows. And
Mhm.
actually, after I met Redneck on here, I'm like, oh man, he would love this because yeah, it's I want to say how many, maybe a mile and a half long of road that they block off, and all these cars, and you can just walk them and just ooh and ah over them. But
Oh,
there
wow.
was there was one that I saw, and it surprised me when I saw it. It was I'm really bad at knowing the years. I know it was from the 60s. It was a VW wagon bus, and
Oh.
it was partially rusted on the paint, but the guy like somehow sanded it and then covered it in clear coat. So it had
Patinaed it.
part of the original paint was still on it.
Oh, he patinaed
It's
it.
really okay. It looked freaking amazing. And I thought it's very expensive to get an older car repainted and have it look good because they're not usually, straight. They're going to
Yeah,
have dings. People have put epoxy crap on them. And I get it. But this guy's job that he did on this, I'm like, I would drive that car around all the time. But those cars to me are a death wagon because you're sitting like right up in the windshield.
Yeah.
There's no engine to protect you. So if you hit something with the front of your car, it's a goner.
Yeah.
Plus they like to go on fire, those and the bugs.
I might want to check
But
that.
nevertheless,
What's over
that
there?
man did an amazing job with his car.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Georgie. Poor
Aw.
Georgie.
Mm.
Oh,
Chris
man.
needs a Furby to play. Oh,
Just
sorry.
read.
Yeah, okay.
Look at Georgie. She can't get her
I
hair
got
done,
the.
but you just go to the store, make sure to read all the lab information, and to make sure that you don't, have any max problems, the
I guess
lab
the credit card will
information.
be maxed out too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
for me, it even maxed out my brain. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted a Mini Cooper so bad. So bad. And so Coop was like, okay, all right. So we went down and we got in to test drive that thing. Man, I tell you what, they ain't made for mama hips. They are not made for mama hips. No, no, no. I sat down in that thing. Told him, I said, okay, let's take it for a test drive. Yeah, nope. Nope. We went around the block. I said, babe, we're going back. He said, what's wrong? We're going back. He said, you don't like it? Yeah, it's all right, but we're going back.
Have
We
you
took
ever
it there.
sat in a Carmen Ghia?
Uh-uh.
Oh my God. I had a girlfriend who had a Carmen Ghia, and I thought it was kind of a cool looking car until I got in it, because you feel like you're riding around in a tank. It has like zero visibility. It's really unsafe for that. And
Right,
I'm like,
Georgie?
yeah, I don't like that. I don't like this car. But
Oh,
thanks
you
for
don't
the
pay your
ride.
lab bills either, huh? Nice.
Oh, you're probably on a list then. They probably see you coming to the clinic. They're like,
did you
oh,
ever drive with we call it a goat. It's a Citroen.
Wait, go
The
pay
old
your damn
ones.
lab bills, girl.
I worked on those cars. Oh, Jesus Christ. A lot of comical movies are made with that old. It's an Oldsmobile, an old car, antique, but still modern. I think some designs were from Germany, some were from France, but it's a Citroen basically. It's the in a time it was the most cheap
Hold on a minute,
car
guys.
you could get in Belgium. Okay, here we are. But
yeah.
I sat in a lot of cars because first I worked for the Opel factory cars.
Oh, I remember those cars. Yeah.
They're still very popular here. And then I worked for a second-hand mechanic shop that did all kinds of. I drove a Porsche, every European mark and some American marks. I drove in it, or I sat in it, or I worked on it. It was just figuring out. And in that time, internet was you had for every sort of car a book, or you had to order the book. You couldn't. Google was not was not in the
Oh,
picture.
yeah.
It was
They
yeah.
were
Figure it out.
called Chiltons,
Yeah.
the Chilton books. Yeah, I bought one when I got my Oldsmobile because yeah, I thought I was going to work on it. I had to have friends teach me how to work on it, and then it was good. But hang on, Chris, I'm checking out. There's this gal on here named Georgie,
Yeah.
and it looks like she doesn't take care of her bills,
Yeah. I see that
and
she's maxed out.
possibly she's trying to grift for her bills. I'm thinking, I mean,
Yeah, but
don't
are the bills?
don't you vet people that come onto your stream? I mean, It sounds a little shady, you know, shady.
I don't know.
Oh,
Is she do it for a good cause, or is she just grifting?
no, she just pretty much takes advantage of anyone she comes across, you know. It's her way or the highway.
Well,
Yeah,
shouldn't the mods not
I
ban
know.
her, or maybe the mods have everything to say
All
and we
right,
have
I'm back.
nothing to say? Could be
I
like that
know.
also. You have
Oh,
fun.
Tim said he's trying to maximize the settings on his yeah, I don't know, Tim.
What's going on?
You should take that easy. Don't max if you're not ready for it.
There we
The,
go.
sc-
I
the
received
school of
100
Lynette.
messages in Restream.
Needs to go to school, calling it.
Oh my God.
So yeah,
This
is
is
she vetted
hilarious.
now or is she not vetted?
I don't, let me ask Mama Coop. Mama,
What?
there's a gal in here. Her name is Georgie.
George,
And she
Georgie who?
sounds, well, Georgie's life doing something. And she said she needs to grift some money to pay bills that she doesn't pay.
Who are
I'm
you
not sure.
talking about?
Yeah, Georgie's Life Unfiltered. Yeah, she's in your chat just trying to grift away. Grift. Wink, wink, mama.
She's grifting?
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh.
Yeah, pretty much.
As long as she
Yeah.
don't jump from YouTube channel to YouTube channel,
No
grifting everywhere.
grifting.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can put like a little RF tag, you know, RFI radio frequency. I can't remember but yeah, you might want to put that. Can you do that for YouTube people?
No grifters.
Oh, she's a
Oh,
user and manipulator. Bah, I hate
oh,
those.
well, then you're good to go. We're all about that.
You
Let's
can.
go.
I'm far from a grifter, but apparently I'm a user and a manipulator.
Ooh, is that why you're talking to the wizard?
There you go.
Like I
Oh,
told yesterday, the troll under the bridge told me it's gonna come hitting my head, all of us on our heads.
Ah,
Yeah,
nice.
it's gonna come down. That was my story. So it's coming true. You see the visions from the smoke, because maybe it's all smoke we see, and we don't see it for
yeah.
real. Mm.
I don't know. I'm getting a little nervous, but I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I absolutely adore her. She's just the best and the sweetest.
Yeah,
Love you, Georgie.
me too. But I cannot be your GPS in the truck. I am a little bit, but
So, Mama, can I ask you a question?
Go.
I
1,
know,
2,
like,
3, go.
I think I know a little bit about what you do for work, but did I hear it right that you've actually driven a rig before?
Yes.
That just, I find that really incredible because you're like a pretty small little person. I
I
just
used
can't
to be
imagine
pretty
that.
big. Used to be a pretty big person. I'll show you a picture.
I've seen it.
Nah, person's a person. That's still, you still got that frame. So
Yeah.
that's pretty amazing. I see. How are her little legs reaching the pedals?
I used to be pretty big. Let me show you.
Well, yeah, but you can have extra fluff, but your bones are still your bones.
Yeah, I'm
Your
pretty
legs only
short.
so long.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that's what I'm
short. I'm
saying.
5'5".
That's why
Oh
she
yeah.
plays with her truck seat so much to get a better vision.
Yeah, so how'd you get your little feet to the pedals?
Well, you know,
Okay.
I made it work,
Yeah, you did.
and I my I have a bad habit, and I would never win a trucking what do they call that? A trucking rodeo, because I have to open my door to back up,
Oh,
my driver's door. So when I back the semi up, I swing open the driver's side door and I watch my rear tandem.
oh,
And,
okay.
and that's how I back my semi up. Now on the truck simulator, I use my mirrors.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but I do. Because
But
I
you have the
don't do
voice.
that. I don't do that in real life. Now, in my dad's wrecker, it was weird because when I was driving my dad's wrecker, I was able to back the wrecker up, the row back up, and all that with the mirrors. But I didn't have 53 feet behind me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was completely different in the semi.
But
Wow.
question from me. Nowadays, would that not be done with cameras? So you just have to see the screen inside of your cabin?
No,
That you see-
not on a semi. No,
No?
they don't have rear backup cameras. No.
Here in Belgium, they do.
Oh,
Some.
maybe on your single axle on the back, but not.
Yeah.
It's not legal for them to have that on the rear of a 53-foot truck.
I have to look it up because sometimes the laws and the things in Europe and in every country is different.
I mean,
What
on a trailer that wouldn't be legal.
what you could do, but it's a single. It's a truck I've seen that delivers food at a big warehouse.
Right,
So
right.
one, not two, one thing, and he showed me, and he had a camera. He still used his mirrors, but the center of the cab, he could see directly behind him what was happening there.
The thing that I always liked to do was back down into an alley. That
Ah.
was my favorite time, was to back down into an alley, and everybody hated it. And I guess the reason why is because it was always tricky. That was my biggest time. That was at my biggest point.
Yeah, I'm lucky you were not like that when you turned over the truck and fell on my head, because I would still
And
be.
I'm very short.
Yeah, I see that.
That guy that's standing there, he is the tallest one at my warehouse.
Ah, yeah. So you're
He's
all
as
little
tall
people.
as Coop.
Yeah.
And then I meet him at his chest.
Okay.
That's as tall as Coop is.
Ah, yeah.
And I meet Coop at his chest right there.
Well, you were just at your fuck around and find out weight.
But you
That's
have
all that is.
Yeah.
you have short legs.
That is
there.
true. Yeah.
Oh my, wait a minute. The chat's talking about food.
Food?
And yeah, like someone.
Chicken Alfredo.
Yeah. So Paul's asking for that. I'm going to tell you right now. Chicken Alfredo looks like someone made a nice, juicy vomit on a plate. So no. No to that.
Philly cheesesteak
fi-
sub sounds
yes.
delicious.
That sounds good. Yeah, with the
Okay.
works that has those peppers on it. So it's got a
Oh,
little
yummy.
bite to it.
Oh, yummy.
God.
Now, Coop don't like the peppers and he can't have the onions, so I'll take all that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I made burgers the night before
Uh-huh.
and I sauteed the onions just like a little bit. I chopped them up and then I added them into the meat.
Uh-huh.
So they were still kind of crunchy.
Right.
And then I put oh son of a gun, just salt and pepper
Right.
and cooked them like that. But I like blue cheese. So then I had
Ooh,
bought
I love
some
blue
blue
cheese.
cheese crumbles and I put those on the top of mine and then I put like this big lid over it so it kind of melts that cheese.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, I almost passed out after I ate it. There's
Ooh.
something about eating something that you just crave. You're
Yeah.
just like, oh my God, that's so yummy.
Well, I
Yeah, I
craved
love blue
hamburgers
cheese.
today, And I told my children, my daughter had her final exam. So she presented the board game she made. She had to explain. Every student had to do his thing. And she told me, "Yeah, I'm gonna be later from school. I have that to do." Yeah, I couldn't get there because of the pain, but otherwise, parents and everybody. But she filmed it for me. It was okay. And I told her, "Well, when you come home, bring me back three hamburgers." And she came home. Daddy, I forgot your hamburgers. And
Oh,
I had something like, oh, so I had currywurst. It's like a hot dog.
like a bratwurst?
Yeah, but you bake it. It's different. It's something specific in Europe. I think you can find it in the Netherlands, in Germany, in France, and it's called a currywurst.
Oh,
You fry it like you fry your French fries,
uh huh.
and it's when you go to a French fries house, a fritkot, they say here. You cannot get anything else. You take fries, but you can pick the meats you're gonna get or the burgers, the different kind burgers. But you have a small one, a middle one, and a big frit. So three different
Uh,
prices. And if I take a big one, I can feed a whole family of it twice.
oh, nice.
But that would be a normal portion in the US, I think.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice.
So, but
I,
one question: you all drove special vehicles, huh? In my car, my GPS, when I put it in back drive, it shows me the back, but it also shows me an overview. Like a camera is flying on top of my car. I can see, oh, the concrete is this far from my car, my roof is here, my nose is, how it's a computer program from Apple that, yeah, with all the sensors that are on it, makes a top view picture. And if you move, it moves. Huh? You could see the wire coming closer. It's very easy to park with that. Well, I have a button and the car parks alone. I have to do nothing.
yeah, they have some new cars that just came out. That's I guess they're not new. They're not new now. A friend of mine bought one a couple of years ago. It's really funny because he can pull up
Yeah,
and the car literally parks itself.
yeah.
You
My
pull
car does that
and
so.
it just boop. And I'm like, really?
And I don't know if the special feature on the GPS costs 3,800 euros or was it included? I don't remember anymore, but it's money, 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 money.
Did you say it's just money to you? Nice.
Well, it was other include because my car it was new and it was I bought it second hand, but it was driven maybe a few miles. It was a test car for the garage Opel
Uh huh.
for the car dealer. So
Right.
it was planned to stand there, and if you broke down, they could give you another car
A
while they
loaner.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that loaner was not yet used. It came from the factory, and I bought it on a cheaper price than it would be new.
Nice.
So that's my car,
Nice.
second hand, but not second hand. Never driven on the road, basically.
Yeah, my car was a car that they used for like demoing to when people there it was a new car, but they test drive cars,
Oh
for a
yeah.
test drive. Yeah. So it was a new car. It only had 5 miles on it when we bought it.
Oh
So yeah, that was a whole ordeal. That's a show in itself.
yeah.
Yep. That whole car deal was a whole show in itself. Chris, did
Yeah,
it cost you?
yeah. It would have cost me that much, but then suddenly it didn't cost that much. It was cheaper.
The whole car?
No, no, the GPS feature for over the top from 3,800 euros dollars.
Oh
You can
wow.
yeah, it's a euro is almost the same thing as a dollar, and if I converted it to dollars, it would be $3,800
Oh nice.
basically. But basically, then I found out I didn't have to pay that. It was a different. It was cheaper, much cheaper.
Oh, so you only pay like $1 for it.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Nice.
So you see, sometimes things are not what it looks like.
Nice.
You can put
Nice.
it on paper, but then you see, oh no, it's the complete. It changes the value.
Right? We must have put Susie to sleep.
I think so. Sorry, Susie.
No, I was just listening.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
it
just
was
listening.
interesting, no? Did you
Yeah,
ever see
actually.
that kind of GPS stuff?
No, I haven't. But
I
I
w-
did the car I have right now. I did get a good deal on it because it's it was a leased car. So for 3 years, someone owned it and, paid that monthly lease. Plus, you always have to put like 3 or 4 grand down.
yeah,
And then, but this car, this car has everything in it. It's a Ford, what is it? An Escape. It's
Ooh, I
got
want one of those.
all leather, heated seats. It has the panoramic roof
yeah,
where it's all glass from the front to the back.
Ooh.
It has like all this stuff. Now, I would never, ever, ever pay for all that, like walk onto a dealership.
Right.
But what happened was we got a really, really bad rain here in San Diego. And this was 2 years ago. And my car was parked in an area at my work where it got flooded. So my car was flooded. I had a Kia Soul.
Oh, like
And
just like mine.
yeah. And so it was flooded all the way up to the seats. So it was a lot of water. A bunch of
yeah,
us that happened to our cars. So obviously my car was considered totaled by the insurance. And so I started looking online immediately and I found this dealership. They had this car. And with what I got back from my insurance, because I paid for like extra coverage, like 20% more value for my car if it was totaled
Oh,
than what
nice.
they would have paid. So all I ended up paying out of pocket was $1,000. And I
Sweet.
got this car, and my car that I got, it's a 4-year-old car and it had 13,000 miles on it. That was it.
Oh, wow.
oh wow,
Yeah. So whoever was using it, I mean, I don't know. They were just going to the market, I guess. I don't
yeah,
know. So I really, really got lucky. And but it's white. That's the only weird thing for me because aside from my very first car being brown, every car I've had since then was black. So the fact that this one's white is kind of a joke between me and my husband. But yeah, so I'm very lucky.
yeah.
I know. Yeah. It was sad though, because I love my Kia Soul. It was my second one.
I've always had white or red,
Oh,
or
okay.
white, red, or white, red, or well, my truck was white, so yeah. So it's been white, red, or maroon, like a beige gold color.
What about you, Chris? Do you have a preference for the color of your car? Like if you could pick it?
If I could pick it, I have colors that color shifting. I like bleekblauw. They call it in Belgium bleekblauw appelgroen. It's pale blue, apple green
Oh,
shine
wow.
that goes over in a sort of copper, reddish.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
have the
cars
color.
like that with purples, greens,
Yeah,
blues.
you
Yeah, it's
even have
amazing.
cars that if it rains on it, when they get wet, they change color.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's an undercoat they put over it, and then it becomes when it becomes wet, it becomes transparent and shows the color underneath. Basically, it's a chemical trick they do.
Oh, that's very cool.
So yeah, that's and uh, in the beginning they were only used for cars. Somebody invented the paint with metallic flakes in it, so it would glitter.
Oh boy, Georgie, I may or may not have done a thing. Hmm.
Yeah, depending on what. I can applause it or I can
Uh-oh.
say, come
Gremlin
here.
of chaos left unsupervised.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, I know what. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
oh no. Dun dun dun.
It's gonna be a
Today,
fun dun 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 though.
today I did another thing with my son, with the miniatures I do. I have a complete unit ready, and I told him, well, you have a woman at the top and a man at the top. Then you have the mother of, or the woman of the, not the mother, but and there is in all that team one that has brain rot or something that, yeah, no, it's not right in the head, and that's this one. I don't know if you can see him. He wears a ugly mask and is short and has to cover everything up. So he has to go out of the team. But they all love him, but he thinks, yeah, other things. So that was the story for today with the miniatures with my son. You know, I love painting them, not because they have titties and all that stuff, but and basically the two models you see are somebody made them from a book cover art. These two, and they're identical to the drawings the dude made.
Hey
Susie,
Chris.
did you see my Mr. Coop?
No, but I just saw that Georgie said there's a new members only video.
Everybody.
Wow, I will have to go look for that.
Yeah.
If I
Well,
I
remember,
look
I don't know. I don't remember.
I
Sometimes
don't either.
I get them and I keep for Mr. Coop. I keep them running, and for others they run out, and then I get a new one. They run out. I get a new one for free because people are really chat. Sometimes the chat is so warm-hearted. They
I
gift
know.
memberships. You get them, and yeah, that
Dwayne
happens.
is always throwing them around.
I
Yeah, also,
know. He's
yeah.
so
Yeah, he's
nice.
very thoughtful because I know not everybody can do that.
No,
So
I'm
when someone does that they can, it's really
Oh,
thoughtful.
Paul. It's funny.
he's gonna ruin the surprise.
He's gonna ruin it.
Do I have to smoke another cigarette then before I watch it? So it's more hilarious to me than otherwise.
Uh,
Today I thought about smoking something, but I refrained from it.
and thank God.
Yeah, several days already. Everybody thinks I smoke all the time, but I'm just, that's my secret. I'm this crazy all the time.
Yes.
It can get a bit worse with medication. Allez, medication. Yeah, it's medication for me. It's herbs. In the old time, they went out and they found plants or bloodsuckers they put on you and stuff like that.
We
Uh,
call them leeches.
yeah, antibiotics was a fungus, huh? Basically a white fungus that helps a lot of diseases.
Just let us know if you ever take any peyote. I hear that stuff's insane. And that ayahuasca or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no thanks.
Uh,
Uh,
plants are good for you. Eat a lot of salad. Put a bit of herbs on it. Not herpes, huh? Herbs.
Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha.
Yeah, but some people
Yeah.
think I mispronounce. It's my accent. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you know.
It's like the
It's
way I
fun.
say
It's like when
titties.
we speak Americanese over here.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
speak
Yeah.
Christianese.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah. And wonder, huh? My son, he plays with the PlayStation. He talks English to other people online, huh? While he's playing his game, and his English is almost perfect.
mm.
It's because it picked it up from a younger age.
That's good though.
I didn't need to speak. I only had to learn French at the start because when my father and mother was away, I had to keep the shop open, the antique store. Now, grant you, it was not every day you had customers. Not everybody was looking for antique in that time. But yeah.
Yeah, my I see Paul was complimenting me on my Americanese. The first thing I learned to say in Americanese was "Shut up, motherfucker." So,
Woo!
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I
shut
say
up.
that to people that say I speak it.
Ah,
That's
yeah.
what I speak back to them. Yeah. I know it's not a very ladylike thing to say, but I call it as I see it.
Sometimes you have to.
Mm.
Yeah. If you see something, you have to call it. Yeah, call it out. I'm somebody who is straightforward. I tell the truth, even if it. I would not lie to you, even if I know it would hurt you. If it hurts you too much, okay, I will find an other way to get to the same point. But lying and stealing is two of the things my parents gave me, and I will never do it. I
Yeah.
rather
I
follow
mean, the
the
best thing
consequences. Yeah,
is just make sure you do your research, you know,
yeah,
so that when you're calling people out with your research, you know that, hey, I've researched this. So, yeah, that's what my research came up with.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Basically,
there's that. Yeah, research.
and you can also back it up. I have found it here on this page. Here is a document. Here is this. Here is that. That's a nice ways to go. I did, like you say, I was in the army. I'm sure if somebody has to ask you papers officially, not me, not anybody here, but that you have, where you have to show them that you can show them. There you go. Here is my.
Right.
It's like my school diplomas. I still have them here because you have to keep them with you. It's like a document you have for life. If I want to go look for a job now and I say I have this document, I have to be able to prove it that I went to school for it and I graduated and here is the
Yeah.
papers. That's my
Yeah.
name. That's what I did for a living. Here is my paper. I was maybe in the army. Here are my papers. You show it. No
Well,
doubt.
here's the thing. There's some odd ducks out there in the in the YouTubes, as Coop says,
Oh
and
yeah.
or the interwebs,
Yeah.
and they'll literally lie to get you to say something, and then think that they were justified in lying to get you to say something. So I'm like, I'm not sure what kind of water they got over there, where these people live. I haven't figured it out yet. But
Maybe across the pond of me somewhere because here, no. But
right?
if you
Yeah,
go
we don't
once
have that.
over the water, then everything can happen, huh?
Yeah, yeah, it's sad. People like that are just sad and lonely. So that's why I'm here, because nobody here is sad and lonely. It's a fun place to be.
Yeah, and
No, we not lonely.
Hells
Not
no,
sad. Sad, no.
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 Hey, I'm macking out on a bologna and cheese sandwich on toasted sourdough. What else? What else could I want?
Sourdough? Yum.
Sometimes my husband's at a meeting, so I was like, I'm just gonna make a sandwich.
Yum.
yeah, for me it
Yeah.
was sandwiches also, but with mayo, ketchup, like a hot dog, but then with a
Ugh.
different kind of meat, and not the sauerkraut in between. I like a little bit of salad, and then raw onion,
Pause in
and a
Discord.
slice of tomato. So
Oh my God.
you get you make from the fried stuff something healthy. But if I buy a salad, it's still with the roots on it, so I can
Wait,
put it in a pot. That's how it's sold here. Also, you give it water, radishes.
what is that? Is that dancing corn on the cob? I can't
It's
tell.
bananas.
It's
Oh, bless
bananas.
them.
Somebody's on Rumble.
Paul,
There you
Those are
go.
cool.
he's
Yeah,
in
but
Rumble.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
said
we should
Discord, but it's Rumble. Yeah.
have that on YouTube. That's fun. Oh my God. Chris, don't look at that last one he
Too
posted.
late. It's too
You
late.
could, oh, it's a little
Yeah,
trippy.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm following the hearts. You see my purple. Yeah, but some people are really tripping when they and then they read stuff and do stuff and they yeah. No, I wouldn't resell those herbs anywhere. I'll keep them to myself.
No.
Otherwise, I live here in the forest in my little cabin as a wizard. I invite friends, like I said to you, fantasy world. But then the trolls or the goblins will come to my door, and I'll always have some knocks, some codes, some things like that coming up. No, I don't want that.
No, you don't need that.
No.
You don't need no knocks.
Well, depends. Other knockers, yeah, they call them titties also. I would, yeah, welcome, but not those knocks. No,
You don't need no hookers.
no hooker. I meant a lady friend with good knockers. In the old times, they called the breasts the knockers. You know, like the knockers that hanged on the door, and you took them and tonk, tonk, tonk. I have to
Hey,
explain
you guys,
everything.
I have
Yeah.
to bow out,
Okay, Susie.
but I
Yes,
really
Susie.
sincerely appreciate you letting me join. It's been fun.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, and
You
I
have to
enjoyed
leave.
all the visit.
You ain't
You-
going nowhere.
Coop, I'm leaving because I'm still working through
She's-
some of the issues I created when I fell. So
Oh.
She's got to eat.
yeah. Well, no, I've been shoving the food in my jaw, but I actually do have to take some pain medication. I've been
Yeah.
trying not to, and you do not want me to talk then.
Jawel,
Yeah.
jawel.
Yeah,
Yes,
no.
yes.
She'll
We
be like
But
she'll be like
that would
Craig.
be a
Thank you.
show. You on your painkillers and me on my medicine, and then we talk.
no. Bless Mom Coop. No, I wouldn't do that.
We will
No.
go mad in the distance.
Well, thank you
I'll-
again so much.
Thank
and
you so
I
much.
hope to join you again soon.
Yeah,
You will.
Susie,
Okay.
you leave you
Bye-bye.
leave your
Alright.
fairy dust here
Bye.
a bit.
Have a
and
good night.
Thanks. You.
welcome. That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed.
I like
visit.
her.
Under what tree did you find her?
What?
Under which tree did you find her?
Which tree did I find her?
Yeah, because it's like a warrior from out of. She knows how to shoot guns. She knows her cars. She knows to
I
survive.
know.
Whoa!
Well, you know,
What
I
a woman!
went to Discord and I just started searching women that know how to do everything. And voila, there she was.
Well, like they
Her
said,
name
if you-
just glowed.
yeah. If you can have a hair and I can duplicate her,
That's what
maybe.
happened. I just typed in a woman that can do everything, and her name glowed.
Yeah, and I think she's a young. Hearing her voice, she's not that old. She doesn't have a. She has a charming young voice. Now
Yeah.
I know what she looks like. And
She's got a seductive voice.
yeah, her husband and her family. Her husband is very lucky to have her. Yeah. It's a compliment. And I think her children would be very, if they look like her more than the father. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's why I say, hey, my son looks much more like me, and my daughter.
Oh, is it,
more,
Paul? I know. I get over there playing. Sometimes I tick people off because I keep pushing them buttons. Somebody like Chris.
Yeah, have to come in and tell Mama,
Stop.
keep it down, keep it down. Now you can, now you can. It's like her GPS. She never listens. Huh? It's always too late.
I'm here for Mama's sarcasm. Uh,
So did you get crowdfunded, Georgie, or for the blue hair paintings thing? I hope so.
she got info. Maybe she got credit card information. I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe somebody gave her some digits.
Well, does it mind you that I'm rocking in my chair while I'm talking to you, Mama? Because
I can't tell you walking in your chair.
no, rocking. So
Rocking? I
yeah, so
can't tell.
backwards and no, you couldn't tell. Well, you can hear it sometimes. It's correct.
I can't hear it.
I have to
I
make.
can't hear yours like I can hear Georgie's.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you rock
I
too
like your
much.
thank you, Paul. He says I like the panel.
Thank you, dear darling. Love you too.
We love y'all. I have a sugar pickle, she says.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, I put the sugar on it. It's Belgium flour sugar.
Oh, she said, I mean a sugar daddy.
Oh yeah, no. That's just no. The pickle I can deliver, sugar and everything. Between a waffle if you need to, but sugar that is no that I. Is that not for women to have a sugar daddy? Yeah, I would have a sugar mama if I want.
There you go. You got to have a sugar mama.
Yeah,
Mm.
no, I'm a one-way street wizard. I'm sorry, I want everybody has his taste and I don't judge. You can be like you will. I have friends that are in that, no problem with it, all friendly. Just don't push it on me.
There you go.
So one of my mother's friends had an eye for me. And
Yeah.
my mother told him they worked at the same bistro. So my mother worked in the kitchen, and he was the one that brought your food. And one night I went out, and he went with me. But I was thinking, two
Just as
guys
friends. Yeah.
going to have a drink, and we have several bars, but behind
Hi,
is
Sally.
like a discotheque, a dance place with an extra bar. So I sat me there, and it was summer. I had shorts on, and he poked me on my leg, on the inside of my leg, and he asked me, "Is that your? It's big."
Oh,
My hand went out. Yeah, sorry. That and then my mother, the day after that, he had to go to work with a black eye, and my mother asked him what happened, and he got in trouble there again because my mother told him not to do such. No, I won't touch her waffle. I will make it sweeter. That's everything I will do. I have a lot of different kinds of sugar because I live next to a sugar town.
so you
Tiene.
dotted him in the eye.
Yeah.
I probably would have dotted him in the eye too.
Hey,
Yeah,
Shelly.
he wouldn't have got away with that one. Mm-mm.
What am I missing? Who dotted who in the eye almost?
No, when he touched your
Oh,
peen.
yeah. And it was not one time. The first time no, it's my pee. You know what? It's my pee. Leave it alone. But he was drunk. Huh? Yeah, but is it that? And poked it again. And the third time was the last. And I had a other friend with me, and he's like a brother for me
Right.
until this day. Once a month or every 2 months, because he moved away,
Right.
married, children in another town, but he still calls me. And he worked with me at that time in the miniature shop, Paolo.
Oh wow.
Half Italian, so he was already tempered.
Oh,
And we were with, yeah, he was there too. So three men, but one was, yeah. We were looking for the ladies, let's say like this, and he was not. He was looking for me.
He was looking for a dude.
Yeah, no, for me. He told my mom my looks, my in that time I did a lot of martial arts, so my upper body was, yeah,
Built.
built, my legs also, and I had a little ass on me. So,
Mm-hmm.
but no, thank you. I think you have to respect everybody's choices in life. And once you make a choice, live with it. And don't
Right.
complain afterwards and keep complaining and keep putting my name in your mouth. Uh, then I would ask somebody, hey, can you stop with that shit?
Exactly.
How is it called in America? If you ask somebody to, because I don't know how you call it. Is it s- stopping talking
Yeah.
about me?
Stop. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you talking about to stop doing something?
Yeah. Like
Yeah. Stop.
they keep talking behind your back and talking
Y-
and talking, and
Yeah.
after
Stop.
three times you say stop, well
Yeah.
then it's too
Stop.
late. Then I have to explain it to the cops then, huh? And be able to prove that did it. It's like the same here. If you should have a gun in the house, you
Mm-hmm.
have to give two warning shots always.
Really?
Yeah. So I had a cop who told me once, well, you shoot him and see that with the first bullet you kill him, and the other two you put in your ceiling. And you
Ah,
say, well, I shot two times to,
to give him a warning shot.
yeah, and that came from a cop, huh?
Uh-huh.
In the old times, we had there was Rijkswacht. It was when you had, how would you say that? A lot of people on the street with signs complaining, blah blah blah, and the cops have to stop them.
Oh, they were picketing.
Yeah, pick it. You know that cop told me, well, I put, the old razor blades
Oh yeah.
under his shoe, on the top of his foot, on the shoe. He made it with screws. So when he kicked your shins,
It would slice you.
they would slice you.
Uh-huh.
Or he told my mom, well, you put a stick in the shop with razor blades on it, straight, and you
Mm-hmm.
try to hit the man, but you let him catch it, the
Yep.
stick, and then you pull on it. So the razor blades do the rest of the
Slicing.
work.
Yep.
Yeah, that came from not crooks, huh? That came from
From a
cops
cop.
who told you to do it. A
Yep.
different cops, huh? The one that told about the shooting was not the same cop as the one with the razor blades. So yeah, little tricks. But in Belgium, officially you have to have a lot of papers to have a gun in your house, and it has to be in a safe, and the bullets have to be somewhere else, and you cannot
That's crazy.
put it on your body. You cannot wear it on the street, concealed or not concealed. No guns.
How
And
are
that,
you supposed to defend yourself?
well, as that in Antwerp, there are drugs. Last year there were drugs wars. They even used hand grenades in the street. One gang against the other. I think it was Albanese against Moroccans. I don't know. A drugs war, but civilians were in between. It
Oh
was
my
in the
god.
news here. So yeah. And then you hear, hey, they have they throw a hand grenade. I think three times, 3 different days at different houses.
Oh my god.
So, and my daughter, Daddy, I want to go to Antwerp. They have a very special shopping street. It's very nice. It's very long, all kinds of shop. And I told her, no, not until this business in Antwerp is over, because they have also one of the biggest zoos in Belgium.
Right.
Antwerp Zoo, with a lot of
Woo.
animals. But if
That's
you ever
crazy.
come to Belgium and you come with the train to Antwerp, it's one of
Right.
the oldest and best restored train stations in Europe. It's so magnificent. They did even, what is that? People that come in and suddenly one person starts to play music, a second one joins in, and different people put in the audience start to make a concert. And all the passengers are there from what is happening here? It's some a surprise. I don't know how it's, but they make YouTube videos out of it.
Like a surprise attack?
No, like in music, like in the train station in Antwerp, it happens in Americas, it happens in Japan. It's a band of singers or musicians, and it's one that starts to play, and a second one comes in, a third one, and the public is looking around from what is happening, and suddenly a violin starts to play after her, and
Oh,
there
wow.
starts, yeah. I will show you the videos there, and in Antwerp is one of the first in the train station. The first places that happened, and it spread over TikTok. It spread, and everybody started to do it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you have somebody sitting there doing nothing with an instrument, waiting, and then there is a little girl putting in a coin, so it starts to play. But at the end, it's a complete concert playing. What is it? The song that was played at the pyramids in a concert. It's a very long one. I
Oh,
cannot
that's
remember,
cool.
but it's very cool. Something like that happens. That is, and you can have that in Belgium. Sometimes in the street there are artists, there are people that build steampunk stuff, and they
Oh,
ride.
now that's
It's like a
cool.
metal dragon suddenly going through the street with real fire. Okay, the fire department is there, the cops are there, but it's an event that is not announced, and suddenly during summertime they pick busy times. You have a parade going through the streets of Leuven with punk stuff or other stuff, ferries on stilts so they look higher,
That would be
ghosts,
cool.
things like that. And so, it's not announced; it's a surprise. The other thing is every week during the holidays there is in the city of Leuven you can go, yeah, lots of drinking, but special drinks, and then there are musicians everywhere on every square that perform, but big bands,
Oh,
Belgian bands,
wow.
foreigner bands, DJs, famous DJs. My son even got to go behind. How is he called? It's a very famous Belgian DJ, and he was waving, and there was another girl, and she was a groupie, and the girl got dismissed, and my boy, come, Neo, come maar mee. Your name is Neo, huh? Because he heard me call him, and I lost my boy for, okay, I could keep an eye on him, but basically he was standing on the podium and everybody was dancing, and I was standing behind the podium with the security guard from, yeah, now I can see nothing.
Oh, wow. But that's cool, though.
Yeah. So summer nights here are very even in the little town I live in. Every summer weekend there is something to do. Musicians dancing, gremlins hopping around here and there in the forest, doing mischief, looking
Oh,
for
sweet.
looking for the trolls.
Greg's playing with stickers.
Yeah, I see it,
That's
but
cool.
I cannot translate the stickers because I know what some are. Turquoise waving person, I use that one also. But
Game
sometimes
over.
you have to decode the code. He made a code for the wizard. It's a recipe for something because I see nails, I see fuchsia and tongue. Okay. Uh, a cat, an orange cat. Okay. Do I have to kill the cat? Or do I only need the droppings to put in the potion? We will test it out, Greg. It must be, don't tell him, it must be a Scottish thing.
He's giving he's giving me the red hearts. He's telling you game over.
Oh,
he's waving he's waving to me, giving me the red hearts, and he's telling you game over.
oh yeah, because I had the recipe. Oh, wait, was the recipe to go bunk? There you go. Deciphering codes. Everybody thinks behind everything there is a conspiracy, and you're
Greg,
gonna.
I'm trying to, I promise.
No conspiracies here, no attacks, no. Well, I have an army of gremlins if somebody attacks me, and a very powerful Mama Coop,
Uh-huh.
and a Daddy Coop, and a gremlin. It's called Georgie, and they eat everything up.
Georgie. Hi, Larry and Chauncey. How are you?
Little late is too late is better than not, huh?
Yeah.
Larry and Sansi. But
Never too late.
I was in too late this morning, but I was not feeling well. But I streamed. I saw the hummingbird. They call hummingbirds. Where you in the US, huh? Colibris. The birds that stay on one. They fly, but they don't move,
Oh,
and
the
they drink.
hummingbirds?
Hummingbirds. Here it's called a colibri.
I'm a protective gremlin mode.
So yeah,
She's always in protective gremlin mode.
yeah. It depends on where the moon stands in the
Uh-huh.
month. In the month, if you understand. If it's a blood moon, a red moon, it's danger.
Well, at this time of month, it's pretty strong.
I only
Had a
saw.
lot of birds this morning.
Well, here also, if you, I like, sometimes I'm still talking with you all, and it becomes to be. I did an all-nighter, and it becomes clearer just before it's still dark, huh? But then
Did
you
you
hear all the birds.
did you guys see Wednesday has a bird cam now?
Yeah, I looked at it.
It's not staying connected though,
No, I think she has to adjust it a little bit.
like a Wi-Fi connection. Something's not right.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe she has metal birds
Yeah,
scrambling the
something.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, something's not right.
Game over, Belgian boy. I know.
Something's not right.
In the far mountains of Belgium, there was a wizard and a queen. They were
Uh-huh.
talking, and everything was purpley sheen.
Uh-huh.
After the smoke was gone,
Mm,
we were almost done.
uh-huh.
There we go. That's a song for us. Now
There
we
you
have
go.
to put some drums on it, a clarinet, and cathedral organ,
Huh?
and we have some medieval. Did you never hear a cathedral organ? The big organ, the music, like the pianos with the big metal pipes sticking out of them.
Uh-huh.
In Europe, there are very big ones. Huh?
Right.
Yeah. Here in Leuven, every half an hour, there is a little guy coming out of the cathedral. It's a bronze statue, and it
Right.
has a hammer, and it knocks on a bell one time. Then you know it's half hour.
Oh.
And if it's the hour, it's a male and female, and they do the hours. Sometimes only the male hits because it's 1 o'clock, but at 2 o'clock, the male and the female at 3 o'clock, and at I think 6 or 7 o'clock, the organ player will start playing and play the music for everybody to hear that is around the cathedral.
Right.
It's nice. Hey, Angel, she found her way also.
Oh, Angel's here. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
Magic. Magic's in the house.
Bulgarian chocolate. No, I missed.
Yeah.
Where is it?
The bell is here. Yeah. All right. You ready to call us a night tonight?
Yeah, I will talk to you tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Oh, wait. Our chickens have babies. I seen that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
seen that. The little chickadees. I did see that. It was very, very nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
I was there also.
Yes, I did see that. I was like, oh my gosh.
Even in the chat, I put something in. So
Yeah, I was like, oh my. Yeah, I seen the little babies. I was like, yeah, I want more babies. I gotta be quiet. I got somebody sitting next to me. He'd be like, no more.
yeah,
You don't like more babies. I want more babies.
we will talk about that in
Yeah.
the next.
All right,
one.
guys. I thank you all for joining us this evening. We do love each and every one of you. We are on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope that each and every one of you can join us tomorrow night. And with that being said, bye.
Bye all. Love you all.
Love
Mama.
y'all.
Hey, Mama
Keep
Coop
safe.
and the Wizards, y'all. Time to close the curtain, but we ain't going far. Fast. We cast some spells and spilled some tea. Got wild with the Wizards on your live stream feed. Mama Coop dropped wisdom, smooth as gold. Now we're wrapping it up with that magic soul. Snap those fingers, clap it back. The show's not over, it's just a snack. We'll be back like thunder, oh you'll see. But for now, it's time to set y'all free. That's a wrap, baby, turn down the mic. But keep that groove rolling into the night. We're dancing out, not slipping away. We'll be back when the stars wanna play. We stirred the pot, we rode the vibe. Let the chat room glow with that wizard tribe. Now the music fades, but